Hello, my name is Associate Professor Marianela Chamorro from QT Design Lab, and today we are talking about QT entrepreneurship and how this applies to research. It is my pleasure to introduce Professor Rowena Barrett.
I'm Professor Rowena Barrett. I'm Pro-Vice Chancellor Entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship exists at QUT to encourage and create an environment in which all students, all staff, all alumni can engage in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is the pursuit of opportunity beyond the resources individuals currently control. And what does that mean? It means we each might have an idea or see a problem and say, what is it that we can do? So QT entrepreneurship exists in order to do that.
Just in terms of how do you have the best pitch, one of the questions we get asked a lot is, what's the best pitch format? What's the best way to pitch? And really the best pitch you can have comes back to having the best story to tell. There's a lot of vernacular that comes with that. And we have to understand the level of understanding of the person that we're pitching to. But more than just understanding the level of understanding of what we're doing, you really need to understand what is it the person is looking for from this pitch or this interaction, this conversation. And when we understand their wants and needs, what they are looking to achieve in their life, then we can better tailor the pitch, tailor our conversation to them. And I know it sounds really intuitive and logical, but it's amazing how people never actually take this step. So they're so used to delivering a rote-learned pitch, or they're coming from such a place of experience and domain that they don't actually adjust their language to communicate. Because ultimately a pitch should be a two-way communication, not just one-way verbal delivery. Now what that means, if you're ever pitching to a company or like a business, so say you're going for funding, to get funding for your amazing art installation, or you're getting funding to start some new community project, and you're pitching to a council or a state government or a chamber of commerce or a property landlord where you would like to do an installation, it's really important you actually understand that you're still pitching to humans, you're still pitching to individuals. But if you do find those commonalities, it's a way of building rapport. So you can build human connection when you identify commonalities. So if you know they have kids, you have kids, they're the same age, maybe they play similar sports, these are great little conversational starters. So don't just think we go straight into a pitch and be transactional, try and build a human relationship. The other one here, which is a little bit hard to read there, but understanding the likely objections that the person you're speaking to will have. So if you know in advance, if you can predict the questions that someone will ask. So in our world, for example, pitching to investors, it's very common for a startup to come across someone like Steve Baxter. You might know Steve Baxter from Shark Tank. So this is a framework known as Story Brand. It's basically the framework for any sort of story you've ever heard. And ultimately pitching is a story. But if you think about Star Wars, for example, here we have a character, Luke Skywalker, we have a problem, the dark side is trying to take over the universe. They meet a guide, Obi-Wan Kenobi, who gives them a plan to go to take action to save the world and all the happy ever after.
So with this team, we engage in programs, we undertake events, and we provide mentoring so that you know what to do when you see an opportunity. You know what to do with it. We invite you to come and participate in those programs, events, and mentoring, to learn what to do, to meet our entrepreneurs in residence, to engage in mentoring.